Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 8, ratio, proportion and unitary method. Okay, so there are three topics. First let us learn about ratio. Now what is ratio? So let me give you an example. So for example, the height of a boy is 5 feet, okay, and height of a girl is 4 feet. Then we say that the heights of the boy and the girl are in the ratio 5:4, okay. And the symbol, you can see this symbol, okay. In English we call it as colon, right? But in mathematical terms, this symbol, it stands for ratio and read as is to, okay. So this symbol in mathematical terms, it is read as is to. Then we can write this ratio like this, okay. Height of a boy divided by height of a girl is equal to 5/4. So when we wish to compare the quantities, okay, of the same kind, we make use of the ratio. You see, both are same quantities, right? Height. So you have to remember that the quantities, okay, to be compared to form a ratio should be of the same kind. It should not be of different kinds. For example, you are taking the height of a boy and you are taking the weight of a girl. That is not possible, okay. You have to take the quantities same, okay. If you are taking the height, you have to take height of both the boy and the girl, and if you are taking the weight, you have to take both the weights of boy and girl, okay. So that is all about ratio. Okay, you have to know one more thing. See, in the ratio, okay, this ratio 5:4, the numbers is 5 and 4, they are called terms, okay, of the ratio, and 5 is called the first term, okay, because this number is at first, right? So it is called the first term or antecedent, and 4 is called the second term, okay, because it is in the second, right? So it is called second term or consequent. So that is all about ratio. Now let us learn about proportion, okay. What is proportion? So you see here, four quantities are said to be in proportion, okay, if the ratio of the first to the second is equal to the ratio of the third to the fourth. So you see, there's an example. A, B, C and D, okay, are said to be in proportion if A is to B is equal to C is to D, okay. These words I have written in statement, okay. Four quantities, right? A, B, C and D, they are four quantities, and they are said to be in proportion if the ratio of the first to the second. So this is the first and second, right? So you have to write in the form of ratio. That means A is to B is equal to the ratio of the third to the fourth. That is equal to ratio of the third, that is C is to D, okay. Then we can write it as, or this one we can also write it like this, okay. In this from A is to B proportion to C is to D, or we can write A by B equal to C by D. Now in this proportion, this A and D, okay, you see A and D are called extreme terms or extremes, okay. This A and D, they are called extreme terms, or you can say extremes, and this B and C are called middle terms or means, because they are in the middle, right? And this one is in the corner, so they are called extreme, and B and C are in the middle, that's why they are called as middle term or means. Now if the four quantities are in proportion, okay, this A, B, C and D, if they are in proportion, then the product of the extreme is equal to the product of means. Product means what? Multiply, right? So product of means is equal to product of extremes. What is the product of means, middle term? If you multiply, you will get B into C, right? That is BC is equal to product of extremes. What are the extremes? A and D. So product of A and D will be A into D, that is AD, okay. So product of means will be equal to product of extremes. If they are in proportion, then only you can write like this, okay. If they are not in proportion, then you cannot write this. They are equal. So in order to be equal, they have to be in proportion. So that is all about proportion.